127 kgs is a weight loss and fitness blog run by a guy called Shane from New Zealand. He lost 60 kgs in 2 years without diets, pills, or the gym. Shane shares his weight loss experiences and tips. He's honest and his realistic advice is spot on. In a blog post, Shane talks about what he calls the fantasy gap. In today's video, I want to talk about this concept, which applies to many areas of life. So, what the heck is the fantasy gap? Shane says it's the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be. If the fantasy gap is too big, it's impossible to see the path that'll get you there. What happens? You fantasize about what you want, but never focus on how you're going to get there. It's way too easy to get overwhelmed by a task that seems just too big. You can see how the fantasy gap could apply to weight loss. Say you want to lose 30 kgs, but it's such a massive task that instead of planning on how to get there, you just fantasize about how hot you'll look when you're skinny. But this also applies to other areas of life. I am super guilty of this. I've fantasized about working for myself for years. Oh, I'd be sitting on a beach in Thailand with my laptop, drinking cocktails while doing my life's work. Even now I get high from just thinking about it. No illegal or legal drugs needed. In 2015, I sat myself down and did some soul searching. Why hadn't I yet reached my dream of working for myself? Well, a large fantasy gap was to blame. I didn't have a solid plan to get there, and I hadn't been taking consistent steps on a daily basis. So, how big are your fantasy gaps? And how can you make them smaller so you can create plans? Once you've got a plan, then you can take daily steps to get there. If you want to be fitter, start by taking the stairs or parking further away from your destination. If you want to be a successful blogger but nobody comes to your website, focus on getting your first guest post. If you want to be a freelancer, focus on getting your first client. If you want to write a book, start by writing 100 words a day. We all want to jump to the point where all our dreams have come true, but in the real world it doesn't happen like that. It happens by making small changes each day that will eventually get you to your goals.